All right, hello guys. So we are just doing a quick and simple recap and demonstration of a project that I worked on for a few days to explore React Native and Stripe, and we produced an application as a result. This application will be basically a production grade React Native mobile application. It'll use MobX, which is like Redux for React people that are familiar with that. We're using the Expo framework for building and distribution of the app builds. We've got, as I said, automatic light dark theme. We've got internationalization. It currently supports English and Russian. It looks like a native app on Android and iPhone and uses native navigation components too. So basically, it's everything that you expect from a native app. It looks native, it functions like a native app, and for a developer, it's easy to build, which is what you expect from React Native, basically. Which, until recently with Expo, React Native was horrible. And personally, um, I thought of mobile app developers as like weird people because why would you commit yourself to that kind of torture? But it's a lot better now. So it's basically like building a React app these days, a React web app. So it's as easy. So for the backend, we've got a simple Node.js database web server that's written in vanilla HTTP. So maybe we can just very quickly just recap. So it's very simple, as I said. We've just got these controllers here that basically, it's literally like a NoSQL database. We've got some interfaces here, transaction interface, right, and then we write those into a big JSON file. So it's very, very simple. It's a NoSQL database that we built from scratch. So there we are. That's our transaction list. So we built our own NoSQL database. We built our own web server. So we're not using Express. We're not using MongoDB. None of that crap. We've just built it ourselves from scratch. Really, the point is it actually was easy to build it from scratch. Maybe not using Express. Express is pretty easy to use, but building a JSON database, NoSQL from scratch is actually quite easy. And it's a really good lesson to teach yourself that, wow, these NoSQL databases are actually pretty simple, a lot of them, until you start adding more complex features, of course. So we're going to start and I'll just quickly take us through this too. So, obviously we've got our components really nicely mapped out. We've got our screens here. Again, it's React code basically, and we've got our services like our API that gets our transactions, for example. We've got our navigation components. We've got translations as well, as we can see here. So yeah, basically we've even got as like our stores, which does our here we are. Here's our transaction store that gets the transactions, and there's finally our app. So it does like a whole lot of stuff, which is really cool. And now we're going to start this application with our task runner, which is just run just like that. I'm going to run start because I have it aliased anyways. All right, perfect. So we've got this application running now. This is really good. So we've got our backend running as a Docker container, waiting for requests. We're going to open up the iOS simulator right here, and that's going to open up the project for us, which is fantastic. Great. Okay, so now we've got our iOS simulator up and running. We'll just go through maybe a few features of this app. As I said, it's a native app, so we've got some things that we expect in here, such as, for example, system theming support, so it's going to match the light and dark theme on your phone. Here's some examples of using the MobX counters and resetting them. Here's us getting some data from the web server through our API, which is server-side rendered. mind you, and then stored in the MobX state, right? So it makes the app really performant. Obviously we can support multiple languages, and we've got that internationalization built into every component from the get-go. So it's basically everything that you expect. Easy to scale out for developers, easy to build, easy to do all that stuff. Great experience for the user. So great experience for a developer, great experience for a user. Everyone's happy. Everyone's having a good day. So let's go and just finally test out this payment screen. So as I said, we're using these native modal pop-up components. I thought this one looked really attractive. I don't know what you guys think, but I really like it. And now we're going to click Pay Now. It's going to send a request off to our backend using our client secret within our mobile app, and we're going to receive the payment on the backend. And we can go here into Postman, and we can have a look. So let's go and have a look. Let's go and get back our transactions, and that should be transaction number 7. Perfect. Okay, and maybe we'll just make one more just for good measure, and we'll let that go through. We'll send this again, and we'll see transaction number 8 in the list too. Fantastic. So that is a demonstration of building a React Native app with native payments built in through Stripe. There's quite a few more steps, obviously, going through the Stripe documentation and setting up your Stripe, etc., XYZ, but this is a very simple demonstration of what you can do. And again, this was built in less than a week. And what we have here is a very, very awesome starting point for building a mobile application, whatever you can imagine, whatever you can dream up. So yeah, that's my demonstration. And have a look at the repository and have a dig around, try run it yourself and see how you go.